We promised we were going to get a video out here within a couple of weeks ago, so this is what we're doing. We're going to get a video out. We don't want you to think that we're not doing our channel anymore. For those of you who subscribed, we're still here. We're just in our sticks and bricks, as you can see behind us. So kind of wanted to tell you how we got started, where we came from, where we are now, and where we're going. And then at the end of the video, we're going to show you a little montage leading up to something very special, which will be released in its entirety very soon.
I can't wait much longer.
Yeah, not just yet. We're pretty excited about it, and we want to share it with you. So, what was it, 2016 when we were out in South Dakota?
Yes.
Okay, so in 2016 we went out to South Dakota, and I had a 10 by 14 tent. It was actually big enough to put in an inflatable mattress, a queen size mattress, and believe it or not, we could actually park the Harley inside the tent.
Yeah.
And I had a street glide with the bed in there, inflated, and Kathy had the bed all decorated. We had nightstands on each side, and we were in the Custer KOA, just to give you if you've ever been there. But it was really nice. It was hot during the day, but we went out there with this specific goal of riding the Needles Highway on the motorcycle and touring South Dakota, which we did, and we had a fantastic time. Mm-hmm. And then we were back at the campground, and we were sitting there playing cards, I think.
Yep.
And I was facing downhill, basically away from the campground. The only thing that I was looking down were a couple other tent sites and basically the forest. Kathy was facing uphill, and she kind of got this look on her face, kind of like one of those dumbfounded looks that you get, like, yeah, that look right there. And I'm like, what? She goes, we are doing this wrong. And, I really never thought about it, and I turned around and looked, and, there's campers coming, and they're being pulled in. There was small. They had this, I think it was a really cute little one that we saw that's kind of like what we wanted to go with, and we did. So we actually ended up leaving early because of the rainstorms and stuff that were hitting Minnesota and the Central Plains when we were getting ready to go back to the East Coast. And we left a day early. Thank goodness we did, because that was probably one of the worst storm seasons they had out of there up until last year. So, but long story short, she was at work one day, and I went over to the RV dealership and I found our first camper. We called him Spot. Mm-hmm. It was just a little Coleman Clipper. Loved it. It was perfect for, 5 minutes?
No,
Maybe 5 minutes.
I think we had it for like a year and a half.
Yeah, we did. We pulled that thing around. We pulled it with my Ram 1500. Yeah, we had it for a while, I guess.
Yeah, a year and a half.
Went all over the place with it. It was so much fun. Could get into tight little spots. Could get under. It could be a train bridge, and it was going to get under it without a problem because it was so small. But we realized shortly thereafter that it wasn't quite big enough for our needs. We wanted to do bigger trips, have our kids with us, and it wasn't big enough. So Kathy actually picked out a that look on her face.
A disaster of an RV, but we picked it out.
She picked out a travel trailer that was how many feet long?
24?
24 feet?
Yeah, 24.
You'll see it at the end of the video. We'll never, ever buy that brand again. Never.
Ever.
Turned out that camper we actually had it when we got married. We took it on our honeymoon with us. We went camping on our honeymoon. Mm-hmm. And it just absolutely was falling apart. Every time we towed it, something else was falling apart in it. So we decided, you know what, this isn't going to work for us. We had that one for a year, maybe a little longer?
No, less than.
Less than a year?
Yeah, I don't think we even had it a year.
Yeah, it was one of those things where you, my advice to anybody that's getting a new camper, that's going to get a new camper, is go big or go home. Because if you can afford to go big, because we bumped up to the fifth wheel, and we've loved it ever since. Give me just a second here. There we go. Sorry, the camera went out on us, so just had to bring it back up so we could see ourselves, so we could stay in frame. So we went from the Palomino to, what do we go to after that? The Reflection?
Yeah, the Grand Design Reflection.
The Grand Design Reflection, yep.
That one was 36 feet?
34 feet.
34 feet.
34 feet. And we named that one Aurora. We wanted to give it a good name, so we named it Aurora. We had that one a couple years.
Yeah.
The only downside to that camper is we bought it used. So.
You bought that in
2018.
2019.
2018. We picked it up 2019, which is fine.
Yeah, because we bought it on
2 years old when we
Valentine's
bought
Day.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we ended up getting that one. It was a kind of funny story on getting that one because we went down to the Grand Design dealership and we looked at all the fifth wheels and we're like, no, can't afford them. I mean, they were just extraordinarily expensive. And then we're on our way home after being down there the whole day looking through them. We had to drive an hour and a half home. We got 30 minutes from the dealership and Kathy goes, oh, look what I found. And I was like, what? You can tell this part. I'm going to have a drink of my coffee.
Oh, thanks for putting me on the spot there.
Yeah.
This one it actually had the bedroom in the right place.
Yeah, but how did we come by it?
Oh, because I saw it on the phone and...
The guy never knew. They didn't even know they had it at the
he
dealership.
didn't know. That's right.
Yeah, so...
He didn't know we had it. And then we called back and said, we want to look at it. We went down and looked at it and we were like, yeah, we'll take this. It was gorgeous.
Yeah, it was
it was nice.
It was a 318 RST. It was beautiful. It had queen size slide out, the walk-in closets, washer dryer hookup. It was a gorgeous camper. And we'd still have it today, except when it decided to fall apart, it decided to fall apart all at once. And it would have cost more to actually keep that camper than it would have been just to get a new one. So we were in Cheyenne, Wyoming. We were out at the kids' house. We were at a KOA campground at the time right there in Cheyenne, but it's no longer a KOA. But it was, there was just so many things that were wrong with it. The floor in the kitchen collapsed. And then the biggest thing that really got me was when I went outside to...
Oh, yeah, the water.
Yeah, to check. I was just walking around the camper and I happened to look underneath and there was water dripping down from the belly onto the axle. No, we had no water leaks, but we did have water in our freshwater tank. So we're thinking that the freshwater tank had cracked. So to get the slide fixed, to get the new tank fixed in there, it was going to cost... And then the roof bubbled on us. That cost me $2,000 to get that fixed. And it started bubbling again. So in total, it was going to be about $12 to $15,000 just to fix all that stuff.
We're like, no.
Nope. So we decided that what's that noise? There's something going on outside. I don't know if it's a flock of geese or a flock of kids. But anyway, so right up the road from where we were camping was the Grand Design dealer. So we said, you know what? We're going to go up there. We're going to go look at more RVs. And it's a shame because honestly, we'd still have that Reflection if we could have, because that thing was just absolutely beautiful.
I was short enough that I could stand in the closet.
Yeah, that's the thing I didn't actually like, is the closet was like on an angle. It was cornered. But anyway, the bedroom closet.
The bedroom closet.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't like... The only thing I didn't like was the pantry was angled.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Yeah,
it was angled,
pantry,
not the closet.
Yeah. So we went up there. They gave us a lot of money for that one, which was nice because it was more than what it actually cost to repair it, over what we owed on it. So we're like, yep. So we bought another Reflection fifth wheel. And I decided it was me who actually picked this one out. Yep, I picked this one out, and for good reason. Number one, my truck was going to pull it without a problem. It wasn't, and that was one of the other big issues about the other camper. If it would have held up, I would have got a different truck because the pin weight on it was more than what the truck was supposed to haul. There's a lot of videos out there. If you guys want to actually check them out. So if you're going to get a fifth wheel or even a tow behind, find out what your payload capacity is. And all you basically have to do is look at the, and one of the other things is if you have a truck that has independent rear suspension, you're going to be shocked. Even if it's a 3500, if it has independent rear suspension, your payload capacity is about 1,800 pounds. You need to get a truck that's heavy duty that has the leaf springs on the back. Same truck, make, year, and model, leaf springs, independent rear suspension, you're looking at about a ton more you can haul with the leaf springs. So anyways, if you're going to do that, find out what the gross vehicle weight is of the camper that you're getting, and just multiply that by 20% and you'll get your pin weight. Really close to what your pin weight is. And then you can decide if that camper is right for your truck. So when we were when we went up there, we got a brand new, like I said, it was a brand new 2022.
It was a 22.
It was a 22 that we got in 21. It was a 30-foot reflection. Thing was beautiful inside. It was absolutely gorgeous. But because it was, and we got the 150 series.
Yes, the 150.
So 150.
It was a little later.
Yeah. So it didn't have a slide in the bedroom, which was fine. We may do. I will honestly admit that it's nicer having a bedroom that slides out because you can walk around the bed. Yeah. So that's one of the things when you get in an RV, you got to decide what are you willing to compromise on.
I was not willing to compromise on that, but I did.
Yeah, she lost. So, and that's where we're at with that one. When we were actually going out to North Dakota last year, this is 22 or 23, this is 23. So when we were going out to North Dakota last year, we got up into, we were in North Dakota, right? Yeah.
Belfield.
Well, before we got to Belfield, we were
in Bismarck.
We were in Bismarck. We camped there, and I had a 25. I said had. I don't have it anymore. I had a Ram 2500 with 6.7 Cummins in it, independent rear suspension. The camper's pin weight was only 1,300 pounds, so the truck could pull it without a problem. Met the payload capacity, but the truck started starving for fuel, and I just had $2,000 put into the maintenance and care of the truck, and it just didn't make sense to me. 80,000 miles on it. Maybe it was getting tired, I don't know, but I started looking for another truck as soon as we got to Belfield. Our next stop after that was to Cheyenne, so I started looking around for vehicles down there. Cowboy Dodge, they had vehicles there, figured I might get one from them. Actually ended up getting a 2020 Ram 3500 dually, pure white. Oh, I love pure white. It's gorgeous. Truck is gorgeous. But I had enough equity in my pickup that it was a no-brainer. I got a $90,000 truck for a steal. Right place, right time.
I'm just missing the heated seats in the winter.
Yeah, heated seats would be nice.
Yeah.
But honestly, the way I look at it is the truck is more of it gets us to point A and B, and it can haul whatever we decide to put behind it. So that's a good thing. So we did say in one of our videos not too long ago that we were going to tell you how we did on our first year. One of the other things we should probably also tell you is that a lot of you don't even know what we do for a living. So
at least one of us.
Yeah. So those of you who don't know me and don't know Kathy, I'm actually a retired assistant fire chief. Retired in 2021. 35 years of federal service. Was in the military. So very fortunate that I'm a young man. I don't have to retire at the same age as those 9-to-5 people out there. I'm sorry, but just don't have to. I get to retire before 60, which was brilliant. So I get my pension from the government, which is awesome. And Kathy?
I actually was retired when he retired in 21, and then I was persuaded to come back to work in January of 2022, and I did. But I get to go remote, and I get to work and travel with him, so I just love that, the fact that we can still go wherever we want. I can still work, which isn't bad because I could sit out at the picnic table or in my chair, and or at the table, which I have all set up, and just work. I'm lucky.
Yes. Very, very, very lucky.
Very, very lucky.
So the first year we did our van, which was 2021, we left in July and came back to our house in November, and we did a little over 20,000 miles. 20,000 miles on the camper. We went everywhere. We actually went from the East Coast to
the West Coast.
Almost. We went to Montana, right?
We did go to Montana.
Went to Montana. Then we went
to Idaho.
Idaho, South Dakota, but we ended up in Cheyenne, and then we came back to the East Coast, went to Florida, came back up north again, went back to Cheyenne.
No, then we went to PA, and then we were going to go to Texas.
Yeah. So we got almost all the way to Texas, but that's when Craig and Darlene's camper had that blowout and ripped their axle off.
And then we went back to PA.
Yeah.
And then back to Cheyenne.
And then back to Cheyenne.
Back across the country again.
Yeah. We went to Florida too, right? Did we mention Florida?
We did Florida, yeah.
We went to Florida. So
we did 29 states, I think, that year.
Yeah, that was a lot of states. So last year...
It was supposed to be more.
Yeah, last year, because of the price of the fuel, we went fewer places and we stayed a little bit longer at each place, so we didn't have to spend so much money on fuel. So I think all in total we do about 15,000 last year.
Yeah, it was a little bit less, but
maybe it was less than previous year. But like I said, we stayed longer.
Well, we canceled. It would have been a little longer, but we canceled Key West due to the hurricane.
Yeah, and we canceled.
And still rode it out in Orlando.
Death Valley. I don't want to go to Death Valley. No.
Well, we were supposed to go all the way out west, and we were going to do California and Arizona, Utah, and all that. But because gas prices were like $80,000 a gallon in California, we did not go.
Yeah.
He was happy about that.
Yeah, I was very happy. I'm a redhead. I step outside, you'll just hear it sounds like a match striking up. I'm done. Sizzle. Smell bacon, it's me. Anyway, so that's where we basically came from. And this is what we've done so far. So this year, the goal is to sell our sticks and bricks and actually be full-time RV.
Yeah.
So we're in the process of getting rid of everything in our house, and it's a big house. It's a big old house, and we don't like the winters up here anymore. It's not that we're fragile old people. We just don't like being where we live. Period. So by that I don't mean the little town that we live in, because the little town that we live in is really cute. We just don't like being in this part of the Northeast.
What he's saying is we don't like snow.
Yeah, I'm tired of snow. I'd rather have sun and fun. So we're going to go full time. Whether the house sells or not, we're going full time. We're going to actually, I just applied for a couple of work camps, which is pretty cool. If I get hired for them. Basically, a work camp, if you don't know, is you can actually go into like KOA, for example, and put in resumes, and you can actually work it over the winter, so you have a place to camp all winter long. But you're given something in return. Some of them pay you, some of them don't. The one that we want, they won't pay us they won't pay me for the work, which is fine. We just want the camp spot and something to do over the winter. Kathy will actually work from the camper and do her job, and I'll just go out there and do the hours that they want me to do, and have a place to winter over and maybe learn something. We like camping, and I love the idea of what the people that work at the KOAs do, so it might be fun. We'll see how that goes. So it'll be nice not to have don't have a mortgage to worry about, don't have 90% of the stuff that you have to pay for normally with a house, the insurance, taxes, all that stuff. That'll all be gone, which would be sweet. So even if I don't get hired, then we're just going to bounce around from campground to campground for as long as we can, and just keep moving from point A to point B, and be on the road and having a blast. That's the big thing, is we're going full time.
Yeah. So exciting.
Yeah, it's exciting. It's scary too. Don't get me
It is
wrong.
very
It's
scary.
kind of scary. Even though you're pulling your home behind you, you literally don't have
We're
a
not
house.
homeless. We're just houseless.
Yeah, we're houseless, not homeless. I like that.
Yeah, we're houseless. Well, yeah, that's what it says. That we're not homeless. We're houseless,
Yeah.
but we do have a small house with us.
Yep, I have a small house with us, so that's gonna be fun.
Just trying to figure out what to get rid of and what to keep.
My thing is get rid of everything. If I haven't used it, it's going in a 55-gallon drum bag and it's going in a dumpster. Yep, so we're going to be selling everything here, and well, not selling everything. You know, it's
Not
like
everything.
some of the stuff that you have connections to in your house. You just like, nah, I don't need that. Like, how many TVs do we have?
1, 2, 3, 4 or 5.
5.
5.
So we got 5 TVs, one in almost every room.
4 of them are like 55-inch, aren't they?
Two are 55s.
What are
Yep.
the other ones? 40-something.
Yeah, 37, 43, and Aiden's got a 37 in his room, but they're all going. So yeah, so that's what we're doing. It's pretty exciting, and we hope that you guys actually follow along with us on our journey and see how it all goes. And remember, if you like this video, subscribe, ding the bell for when the new videos come. Promise you, there's more videos coming out. It's just kind of hard to do right now because we're going to be extremely busy and have been extremely busy.
But we are going.
Oh yeah, we're going on a trip in a couple weeks.
Yeah, about 10 days.
Yeah, I guess that counts because I got my birthday gift when we were actually on the road. So going to the Daytona 500. It's going to be awesome. First time ever. Be cool. We're going to go down, driving down to Florida. Won't be taking it home with us. It's winterized. It's staying right where it's at. So we're going to drive down to Florida, stay with the brother-in-law and sister-in-law, and have a good time down there. Obviously, we're going back to Disney. Got to go back to Epcot. If you've never been to Epcot, you got to go. It's awesome.
Well, we are stopping in North Carolina to see family.
Oh, that's right.
Well.
Yeah.
Don't forget that family in North Carolina.
Stop in North Carolina. Yep. To see the parents there. We're going to see the sister and the nieces and nephews, and yep, we're going to have a good time.
It's going to be a fun time.
Yep.
We have to get away from the snow. It's driving. Well, not like we have a lot, but it's just too damn cold up here.
And we haven't been on the road for a few months, and it's just kind of like feeling like you're walled in and you want to get out. You're going to go nuts. So, all right. So with that, we hope you enjoy the montage. It's coming up here in just a few seconds.
Well, do you want to say where we're going, or do you want to let them wait?
Where are we going?
See where we're going this summer.
Oh no, we can tell you where our plans are. Yeah, that's fine. Where are we going?
Well, in June, we're going to Maryland to welcome our second grandbaby into the world and play with the first grandbaby.
Second grandbaby. First grandbaby's out in Wyoming.
First on this.
That's what you're saying.
But yeah, you're right. Then we're going. We have some gaps still that we're still trying to fill in, but
probably end up in like a Cabela's parking lot or something.
But then we got to go back to Corning. So we'll be back in Corning
right,
in July.
Yep, going
If anybody wants to see
New
us,
York,
we're going to be in Corning in July for Michael's brother,
my brother's
Matt,
getting married,
and Tina are getting married.
Yep.
And then, which we wouldn't miss that for anything. So we rerouted our whole vacation just so we could go to that because we didn't want to miss it. And then
we're going out west.
we're going back to
Wyoming.
Imagine that.
Yeah.
We're going back to Cheyenne, and then we're going down to Utah. We're gonna go do. Where are we going? We're going to Jurassic World.
No. I just went to show my coffee cup.
We're going to Utah and do like Zion and Bryce Canyon and all of those parks down there.
Yep.
And Monument Valley.
Gonna go see the Balloon Fest in New Mexico.
Run like Forrest Gump. And then
this guy ain't run. What's got 2 thumbs and doesn't run? This guy.
No, I'll run like Forrest Gump. And then we're going to Arizona, to the Grand Canyon.
Yep.
Sedona. And possibly, if I can route it correctly, if anybody knows the best route to take over to Hoover Dam, let me know. And then we're going to head back to Cheyenne. And then in October, we'll be going down to Santa Fe,
yep.
New Mexico for the Balloon Fest,
yep.
which I'm extremely excited about.
And then we're going to...
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
My friend Lauren, God bless her soul, had gone there a few years ago. And ever since she went and I saw her pictures and talked to her, I've wanted to go. So we're actually going to go.
And then we're going to shoot east because that's about the time frame where the campgrounds will start hiring. If they don't hire, that's fine. Like I said, we're
going to Florida.
Yeah, we're definitely
going
to Florida
again and eat and drink our way around Epcot if that's what happens.
Yep, and we're going to start looking for maybe some winter property or something to like park the RV on to winter. Well, I said we don't want to come back to the cold northern states while it's cold here.
No, but we'll come back.
We have
to see.
We have our kids up here.
See the kids.
Yep. Yeah, we got our kids up here, so we'd rather come back in the warm months.
And I'll have to drop papers off at work eventually.
Yeah,
because they're going to overtake the camper otherwise.
Yeah. But yeah, so like one of the end goals is just to find. It could be in Tennessee, it could be in Florida, it could be somewhere warm, South Carolina. I don't care, somewhere warm, just a piece of property parked a camper on during the winter, and that's fine because. That's the nice thing about having a piece of property if you can find it. It's got everything on it that you need: the well, the water, the well, the water, the dump station, the electricity, and the water, which you could probably put on it, so you could actually just slide your RV in there. And then when we're traveling, we could actually use it for a boondocking site for people who want a boondock. One slot, that's it, that's all you get. But that would be really cool. So a lot of things going on, looking forward to in the future and everything. And again, big reveal coming up very soon. Can't wait. It's going to be exciting. It's my new Ferrari. Oh, I just told him it's my new Ferrari. Jeez, man.
I thought it was a Porsche. I don't know.
Porsche.
You gonna pull that behind the camper? I don't think so.
Yeah. Alrighty. So we hope you enjoy the montage. It's coming up in just a few seconds. And we will see you guys out on the road somewhere.
We'll do something on the way to Florida.
Yeah, and this is our new GoPro camera that we got, that I actually got for Christmas from my beautiful wife. So if my hands look way bigger than my head, it's just, it's the camera. So still got to learn a lot about it. But all right, we'll see you guys later. Enjoy.
Set up in Cooperstown. It's our second night here. Just hit a travel trailer. Got a beautiful location. We got like the primo spot here. It's got a massive cornfield out there. Probably about a quarter-mile long. Watch the sunset over there. Kathy's gonna do some schmellows. She's gonna make a what are you making? S'more. You can't see that, right? You're good. Okay, good fire going. Wow. Burned it. There's the truck. Pulls the camper pretty good. Okay. There's Kathy. How's it going? Beautiful spot, Cooperstown, New York. KOA. It's really nice here. So beautiful. Trail Brewing Company. Kathy's got some merch.
Yeah, for
Two.
Mimi and Timmy.
And they're what called their tulip glasses. Better to put tulips on those glasses, you know. And we got some beer, and I got some tulip glasses. Got the ones that Kathy really preferred the hazy tag, and I really like the Pulp Theory, so that's what we're going with. And well, I'm sure we'll be back before we leave, but
Yeah, we're gonna try and find the pumpkin. Hopefully they have it in September when we come back.
oh yeah, that'd be great.
But I don't know if we'll even make it till September. We'll probably be back.
I'm sure. It's only 72-mile round trip, so we're good.
Yeah. What's
Alrighty.
that? That's nothing.
We will see you guys wherever we end up next year. Well, we're going out to the Air Force Base on Saturday, so we'll see you.